Hello, my lovelies. It's finally fucking Friday. You survived another week. Let's get you a laugh. The energy collectively for your weekly messages has been a roller coaster. You'll see in some of the messages kind of brought me on the verge of tears. You could be feeling that emotion as well in your own life, in your own energy. So let's reset it for the weekend. Let's have some fun. Let's see what's going on. We're going to be in kind of like a polar vortex where I live for about 4 days. So it's going to be real cold, like negative 20 something degrees is a possibility with snow. So we're going to be indoors a lot, hopefully doing some, just relaxing activities, things like that. Let's see what the weekend's got in store for us. What do we have? You need a good fucking cry. Get the ugly cry on and let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. Spirit's got a funny way of just confirming everything that I tell you guys, right? So we love that. So maybe you are going to have a good cry. Maybe you just need to let these things go. Maybe you watch the weekly messages and you also are brought on the verge of tears. Spirit is showing up and showing off the last couple of weeks with messages. They're really showing that, things are going to get exponentially better. We're going to be in this winning energy. You've got a good thing going, so don't ruin that shit. Remember, you can't ruin anything that's truly meant for you. You can't. It's for you. It's got your name on it. It's yours. So you can't mess that up. Just do your part. Keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep going. You're going to be in a lot better energy before long. What else do they need to see for the weekend? Wow, that was cool. All right, U equals tight ass. You've got to loosen the fuck up. Remember, control freaks don't get laid. Loosen your grip. I feel like that's something that Spirit has been telling me to do for a while. I'm a control freak. I already know that. I'm learning to release that. The North and the South nodes entered Pisces for the North and Virgo for the South. Virgo is a sign of perfectionist. I have major Virgo placements. I like to be in control of things. I don't like to surrender. I don't like to give up control. And that's something that I'm learning to do. I'm learning that I don't have control over everything. And that creates chaos for me internally, but I'm learning to embrace and go with the flow. Pisces is all dreamy energy. It's about imagination and creation, mastery. It's the 12th house, right? So it's all about connecting to the spiritual realms. It's all about this flow state. So we've got to get out of this control where everything has to be ruled by an iron fist, and we have to start integrating in flow. So that's something that Spirit's trying to show us. You've got a feeling that you just can't shake. That little voice inside of you, listen to that shit. Trust your intuition always, no matter what it's about. You think someone is lying. They are. Again, trust your instincts and intuition. I don't resonate with liars. There's somebody that I just don't want anything to do with. My practice is always, you better be truthful with me. We can handle whatever the truth is, but lies are not going to win you anything with me. So tell the truth. Even if it sucks, truth is always better than a lie. Take a shot. Don't take 12, take 1. Okay, maybe 2, and move on. So it's time to let some of this stuff go. Wouldn't suggest that you get all plastered this weekend. It's never a good thing. But, one little celebratory shot's probably not going to hurt much. Just take it easy. And remember, you're the shit. So don't forget it. All right, Spirit. What good news do we have coming in for the weekend? Because I feel like we could use some. What good news do we have coming in? Show me what they need to see. Wow. Okay. Spirit says, close the chapter because you've got an entirely new cycle that's trying to take root this weekend. A world of opportunities, creation, triumphing over difficulties, and starting fresh. It's been a long time coming, but your ships are coming in. Things are changing energetically. You had to wait for the timing to be right. You have a wish fulfillment that is underway. Spirit's heard you. You are connected, and if you're not, it's time to get there so these things can come in. Tap in. I feel like that's been the message with this card all week. Tap in. There's something you're not seeing. You need to listen to your guidance that's coming through. If you can't hear it, you're not tapped in. If you can hear it, are you listening to it or are you trying to control it? I feel like you have to let things flow, whether that's emotions, whether that's something else, and it's going to require you to take action somewhere and be brave, but you can be. So there's some sort of news happening quickly, and I feel like it's from the divine. I feel like spirit is acting on your behalf to push you forward. Okay, yes, and you do have help. Your divine masculine could also be assisting you, whether that's in the physical or in the 3D. I feel like there are some calculated risks and moves that are going to be happening. Mars is still retrograde until mid-February, around the 23rd. And I feel like we're going to start to see a lot of headway being made once it finally goes direct. Mars doesn't like to be slowed down. Mars is a planet that it's like, let's take action right now. We're not waiting. We don't want to be held back. We don't want to be held up right now. That's when I want to do things. So the Emperor is more calculated. He does take bold moves. He does make risks, but they're calculated. They're strategic. He knows when the time is right to actually go forward. And that's one thing that I feel like Spirit is trying to show us. When is the right time to move? When is the right time to act on these things that we want to bring in? And when do we need to slow the fuck down and let Spirit guide us? What are you paying attention to? They're going to guide your steps away from what doesn't serve you and towards your new beginning. It is a path of higher learning, spiritual knowledge, and learning to juggle and balance the two. I feel like you're about to have some breakthroughs, some creativity, or some bright ideas. Shift your perspective. The good stuff can still come in if you're open to it, but we have to close the painful cycles to get to the new beginning. Remember to energetically, spiritually protect yourself. You need boundaries. Not everybody is energetically in alignment with you, and not everybody can go with you to this next stage. You do have protection on this path. Spirit also needs you to be courageous. When they call for you to do something, do it. Do not hesitate. That is a big thing that keeps coming through in the readings. When Spirit wants you to do something, they're going to make it so uncomfortable, you don't have a choice but to listen. And that is what catapults you forward towards your balance, your new beginnings. You might be moving, traveling, relocating, purchasing a vehicle, but it is a lot of fast-moving energy. That also facilitates change towards love, something that is actually good for you. Somebody who loves you, somebody who wants to actually take good care of you, somebody who's old-fashioned, romantic, affectionate, and I feel like those are things that are lacking for the collective. So you might be a little bit shocked when this new offer or opportunity comes in. Spirit is pushing you towards this leap of faith, this new beginning. You have to step out of your comfort zone and leave the past behind to get there. You also have to be tapped in and listening to your intuitive guidance in order to facilitate these changes. And that leads to new beginnings full of abundance. You are being moved out of anything that's not for you towards greener pastures. Spirit's helping you to heal a broken heart. They're helping you to overcome toxicity and pain, regret, despair, all of those heavy emotions, so you can stand on your own 2 feet. You've done the work, or you will be asked to do the work going forward to be independent. Start planning or setting some goals for your future, because you go from a page to a queen. This is something that I feel like you are building an empire. It's going to take you in a new direction that's full of hope and prosperity, but you have to make that decision. This Queen of Pentacles has worked hard for everything that she has. So she knows that she has to choose the company that she keeps wisely. Not everything is as it appears when it comes to this decision. That's why you need to be tapped in, and you need to know what Spirit wants you to actually do. You have manifested these changes, and now the divine is stepping in to facilitate them. The timing is now right for these things to change. It ushers in a period of celebration, but you have to see things differently to make that change. You cannot sit back and not make a decision. Spirit is ushering you in to choose what it is that you want, and that leads to the abundance. You've been in lack, and that is about to change. Spirit wants to reward all of your hard work, all of your healing, and they are going to give you what it is you really deserve. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you soon.